Welcome to the Super 80s Podcast, friend. We are a TV theme song explorer. Our mission is to analyze every single 1980s TV theme song. We love them all genres, comedies, dramas, cartoons, soap operas. We are happy to listen to all of those theme songs. If you like us, you can like and subscribe wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Where else do people listen to it? That might be it. But anyway, if you like what you hear, like and subscribe so that we can quit our day jobs and become professional podcasters. If you have any questions for us, reach out.
Yes.
Reach out and touch us.
Keep going.
Just push through. Push
Threads, Facebook.
Keep going, Pete.
Do it. Email us at the Super 80s Podcast Friends.com. Oh, shit.
It's hard. You said the Super 80s Podcast Friends. There's no the and there's no S.
But it was damn good.
It was damn
job.
good.
Yeah.
Super 80s Podcast Friend at gmail.com. The 80 are numerals not spelled out.
See, we know what we're doing here on the Super 80s Podcast, friend.
I've heard this 29 times, so it's finally sunk in. Now I know our own email address.
We're happy to be here. My name is John.
I'm Ryan.
And I'm Peter.
This is our 29th episode, as Pete just mentioned. Holy smokes.
It's a lot of smoke, yeah.
It's a lot of smoke. 29 episodes. If you've listened to all 29 so far, thank you.
God bless you.
Congratulations.
We are going to fly you to the lovely
Sorry?
state of Wisconsin.
Love Conky come pick you up.
Yeah, Conky will pick you up. Just message Conky with your address, and he'll pick you up in his Conkmobile.
Yep.
What's next? We like
So comments about...
We could have a whole email address just for retractions and mistakes.
corrections. People just
corrections.
write in.
We do make a lot of mistakes.
Oh, yeah.
We're not experts.
And people aren't afraid to tell us.
Which
Good.
I like that.
Me too. We like to start out with a drink.
Oh,
And that's our next step.
That's the next
I
step.
got a script in front of me.
And a drink.
Ryan, what are you drinking?
Hopsecutioner.
Yeah, I don't have an original thought in my head, so Ryan said I'm grabbing the Hopsecutioner, and I said, yes, that sounds delicious. From Terrapin in Athens, Georgia.
Athens, yeah.
Is that Athens?
Home of REM.
Yeah, I was gonna
REM.
say REM and
B-52s?
yes, B-52s. It's like a mecca for
Good beer and...
music.
I was going to say good music. I'm like, it was good music at one window of time.
It's
It was
good. It's still good.
Yeah, still good. I am also drinking a Terrapin. We wear matching clothes and we drink the same beer.
You're wearing clothes?
We all live together in a small hut where we record our podcast. Pete's Chuck. We're like the monkeys.
Yes, exactly.
record one episode a week. The rest of the week is just all preparation.
That's right.
We're like the monkeys, but not
20
as
hours
funny
a-
or popular.
Right. Hey,
Yeah.
the 80s Super 80s Podcast.com.
Super.
I think that's that. That's our intro stuff. That was a 4-minute intro.
Woof.
Woof.
I have no idea if that's long or short.
Me either. But
Pardon.
apologies, listeners, if we went a little long there. Up next, we like to talk about previous episodes. That can be observations from previous shows, ideas, announcements, retractions. To let you, the listener, and Ryan and Pete know, our last episode, 28, was Alvin and the Chipmunks. Before that was Star Trek The Next Generation, and before that was Baywatch. Any thoughts, comments, retractions, ideas about those previous episodes?
Well, can I tell you what my wife said about Baywatch?
Yes.
When my wife found out that I didn't know anything about Baywatch and had never really seen an episode, she literally thought I was putting her on. Like she thought it was
absurd that somebody would never have seen Baywatch.
that a man, or that maybe just her knowing me. She's like, "How is that possible?" And I was like, "Well, how do you mean? How is it possible? I just never did." And she's like, "What's the matter with you?" I was like,
Wow.
"What are you saying?"
What's she trying to say about you?
Yeah. So I was surprised by that.
All right.
comment.
And was she, out of curiosity, a watcher, or was she just surprised that
It
you,
was
as
on
a male
in her
of a certain
house.
Okay.
It was on in her house, which I was shocked by.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, because the three of us, as a general, you and I had never seen it.
No.
And Pete, you'd seen a handful of episodes.
Yeah. And I think you had said, though, like, living in a house in college with a bunch of dudes. It was on. It was on when you were in the room, but you never parked yourself in front of it
Correct.
on the couch
Yeah.
to, like, indulge in a full episode. The plot lines are just not that interesting.
Well, it's funny you should mention that.
Oh, did you watch one?
I took one for the team, guys.
Yes.
Wow.
I watched an episode of Baywatch. And,
Super.
I went with season 2,
Okay.
episode 4.
Okay.
Unbeknownst to me, this was pre-Pamela Anderson
Oh.
and pre
Yasmin
Bleeth.
Okay.
Okay.
But
So a bunch of duds?
I didn't know that, but by the time I realized, I'm like, I was 10 minutes in.
You're not going
I'm
to
not.
give up that 10
No.
minutes.
Right.
Just
So season 2, episode 4, a couple of plot lines. One, they have a sea lion friend because they're out on the water. They must get to know these animals, named Gilly. And Gilly gets caught in a net. And as a life-saving team, the Baywatch team has to work to carefully save her. And then they want word to get out that you got to clean up your nets, fishermen, so that sea lions like Gilly don't get
It's like
caught.
G.I. Joe. Like, giving
a PSA at the end.
yeah, right.
I'm kind of picturing commercial fishermen, though, getting a message from a bunch of red-suited lifeguards
Right.
With their red dongs.
and telling them to just fuck off.
So that was the first.
I don't
plot.
tell you how to save lives.
So this is my first 2 minutes of Baywatch.
That plot.
Wait, all that happened in 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I wish I could say the rest of the show moved that fast.
Oh, man. That strangely sounds akin to like a plot line in Walker, Texas Ranger.
I've never seen that show.
Me either.
Is that 80s? Will we get to see that?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't think so.
It might be.
Is it? But it seems just so off kilter enough that like Walker,
Yes.
Texas Ranger was off kilter.
Right.
But so, I mean, the premise of Baywatch, like trying to keep it exciting, and they're at a beach, like you can only so many people get pulled out by a riptide. You have to throw in
A sea
more and
lion
more
here and there.
convoluted things.
Oh,
I'm
buckle
sure.
up, boys. Buckle up.
Okay.
So then that's the scene, and that's with the lifeguard. I forgot her name. A very attractive lifeguard and a young lifeguard man. And then we get to Hoff. We finally get to see Hasselhoff. His name is Mitch,
Yep.
and he's got a kid named Hobie.
Hobie.
Maybe
That was
10, 11, or 12 years old.
one of the things I disliked about that, because that is the name of a sailboat, and I'm like, he named his freaking kid after a sailboat.
Now, his son, Hobie, wants some expensive hockey gear. Mitch can't afford it, so they decide to hold a bikini contest.
This is what I'm talking about. It's like Zach Morris.
A youth hockey bikini contest fundraiser?
Something to think about.
Yeah. Get the local, my kids
Put his
play
mind
that.
to good use, though.
So
I
then
understand.
it goes to the next storyline. Mitch needs money, so he occasionally gets hired by private companies that are having parties on the beach that need to legally have lifeguards at these events.
Sure.
So Mitch and another lifeguard get hired to take care of this private party.
Lifeguard for hire.
The hostess calls them the hired help
Oh, boy.
and goes up to Mitch and says, "Don't you stop anybody from having a good time tonight."
Ooh.
Wow. What does that mean at a beach party?
Like, don't be a whistle blowing lifeguard. Like, you sit down and shut your mouth.
Like, what are these people doing in the water that,
Right?
like,
I'll
Exactly.
tell you what they're doing in the water.
okay.
So Mitch and his pal are not pleased by the attitude they're getting. It gets intense, and before you know it, there's a sailboat, and then there's a party on the beach, and people are going back and forth.
Okay.
And it gets a little rocky, and people are getting a little drunk, and people start falling into the ocean and needing the assistance of lifeguards.
Sure.
Oh.
Before you know it, Mitch and the other guy have their clothes off, the red dog's ready to go, and they're saving lives.
Yeah.
Couple of
Keep
things.
your red dongs ready.
They were obviously filming on 2 separate days because on the sailboat scenes, it's freaking super cloudy, like gray day, and on the beach scenes, it's crazy sunny. I love that nobody gave a shit. Like, that's what we got to do. So it's super sunny on the beach, super gray, and they're going back and forth. So it's really visually weird.
Hilarious.
After saving the day, the mean hostess thanks Mitch, says she was wrong, and then offers him an acting job. I forgot to mention she's a
actress.
No,
producer.
Yeah, producer.
Director.
Sure.
Hollywood bigwig.
And that gets long and boring.
And
so
Mitch is like, no, I don't want to be an actor.
So they're about to...
the beach too
He
much.
does end up trying to act. It doesn't work out.
We all know that.
Took him about 30 years. But
That's fantastic.
does he sleep with this woman?
I don't remember.
What?
It's much like Magnum PI.
I'm sure it would have been implied but not shown.
Okay.
It was good, but it was long.
Oh, yeah.
That's what
So
she said.
They're going blue. Now the bikini contest is no longer needed because Mitch is an actor, so they decide to have the bikini contest to save a local aquatic veterinarian office that can help animals like Gilly who get hurt by nets.
Because if we need to have this contest for any legitimate reason.
Well, you see, here's the problem. They go to the vet and they're like, can't you help animals like Gilly? And the vet's like, I'm about to get shut down.
Oh.
And Hot Lifeguard's like, what?
What if
They
we
wanna-
do a wet T-shirt contest?
Because they want to knock down the veterinarian's office and
build them all.
build condos. Very close,
Oh.
Engineer Pete. So they need to earn a quick $50,000.
Was there an evil condo developer?
Yeah.
By chance, do they run into people at the peach pit? Like with pick.
What does it say on my bottom line right there?
It's very 90210.
So my last notes are, man, it's a slow-moving show. The bikini contest was solid. It's very 90210.
Solid bikini. John, did you open in like a 9th grade punk band? Open for a bikini contest or a wet T-shirt contest?
Quick story. So if you've been listening to our show the whole time, I've been playing in bands since I was 13 years old. And in 10th grade, my punk band played at this place in rural Wisconsin called Harpt, Harpt, Harps Lake.
Is the T silent?
Well, the ad said Harps Lake. The T is for tits. I'm not making this story up. And I am 15 years old, and we were heading out to the gig, and my dad came up to me and said, hey, be careful out there. Some of those hay shakers only get out about once a year, and when they do, they like to have a good time. Turns out my dad was right. So my punk band is opening up for a wet T-shirt contest. There's bikers with little, remember 110 cameras under the stage trying to take pictures.
Oh, my word.
Our singer was asked if he could sit on a guy's Harley. He burnt his leg on the tailpipe. We played a cover of Working Man by Rush. It went over really well. The rest of our songs did not go over well.
Who booked this one? Did Harpt reach out to you?
You did or did not stick around for the wet T-shirt contest?
We did. I was
15.
The great thing about playing in bands when you're a young man is your eyes get open to the world.
To the world, right. Yeah.
And as a 15-year-old at Harpt Lake, that was incredibly eye-opening.
That was your pay, right? You got no money. You just got to stick around.
I don't think we got paid. They probably gave us beer tokens. Great. I'm glad you brought that up. So,
Well done.
yeah. Baywatch, Harps Lake,
A wet T-shirt contest.
and a wet T-shirt
And
contest.
sorry, what was Harp's Lake? Which charity were they? Which sea animal were they?
That was for a veterinarian office for sea lions on Harps Lake. And you guys, you'll be happy to hear they raised the money, and the sea lion office is still there at Harps Lake.
Can you? And I hate to go here, but can you give a median age of the participants of the?
Again, this is 15-year-old John.
Sure. Yeah.
Everybody looked 50.
No, I would say probably, but I would say this was, and I've opened up for wet T-shirt contests since then as a musician.
Hold on a second. We really got a Pandora's box here that we've opened. How many? Just give me a number.
I think 2 others.
Wow.
One was at a ballroom at a hotel with my college band.
Wow.
Water Lounge.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't realize there was a wet T-shirt contest.
Neither
at
did
this
we.
event. Oh,
I would have been at that one. Yeah.
So yeah, it's it's good work if you can get it.
Yeah. Holy smokes.
I guess so.
The ladies at Harp's Lake, I would say anywhere between 25 and 35.
Okay.
All right.
It was, it was a fun time biker crew.
Yeah, I'm sure they had a good time.
I think we all did.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Thank you for the Baywatch.
Yeah, I almost forgot about that. Very 90210-esque. Wet T-shirt contest was solid. Man, this is long. All right. Well, if you are new to the show, we actually do talk about, we listen to TV theme songs, and we have a robot named Conky. He used to belong to Pee Wee Herman. He was part of the TV show Pee Wee's Playhouse. He now is part of our neighborhood. Ryan rescued him, brought him up from the valley. He hangs out around here. He trims dog nails and
Cleans litter boxes.
He does. Tattoos.
Yeah. Yep.
Neighbors.
And
For free.
Yep. If you need someone to play video games with, he'll sit on the couch and play along with you.
It's true.
He's a solid cook. And he is about to tell us the TV theme song that we are about to review for episode 29.
Ready to assist you. Pee-wee.
Morning, Conky. What's today's secret word?
Today's secret word is Airwolf.
Excuse me?
Airwolf.
I thought this was an 80s TV theme song explorer.
Airwolf.
It's a television show?
Yes.
We like to start out by sharing our memories of the show. I've never heard of Airwolf, so I'll pass the baton.
Well, my first thought is, first I will say I did watch this show. Infrequently, but I watched it. But my initial thought was, how many people are like John? What percentage that have been like, what show? Airwolf? I'm going to say at least 50%.
Now, and I've heard the name, but like, if you would have told me it was 1998 to 2005, I would have been like, I have no recollection of time or place.
Pete?
I remember, I mean, I liked any action show with vehicles. I mean, and this was like kind of like Knight Rider, but in the air. But I remember way less about this than, something like Knight Rider. I remember Ernest Borgnine was in it.
Yes.
What is his claim to fame? Obviously, we know that name because we were children of the 80s. What is his claim to fame?
Oh,
I'll take a look while you guys talk.
A lot of stuff, but nothing that I can actually...
Yeah, no. And then, like, trying to, in my head, picture the main character, my head keeps bringing up MacGyver's face, but it's obviously not the same person, but I'm guessing similar.
He's like a I get what you're saying, but a really business only kind of a guy. Like I just pictured him like it's all business.
Yep.
Like a mercenary for hire kind of a guy, right?
Yeah.
McHale's Navy.
I remember it was a cool helicopter. It made some weird sound,
right.
And it, I probably didn't fully understand the plot.
It came out of a mountain or out of like something like that.
Yeah. And I think I was maybe I was the only, maybe my dad liked the show too, but from a big family, you have one TV. I'm guessing, certain people would probably try and like scan really fast past that channel.
On the slide clicker, because you had the slide clicker. Yeah, right.
Because if I saw Airwolf, I'd be like, Airwolf!
Right.
Gotta watch Airwolf. I'd be like, no, we're going.
Quick aside. Go ahead.
I remember it watching it on USA. And I have no idea if this was a network show or if it was a syndication show. And I'm guessing I'll hear about that. But I remember watching it on USA. So maybe in syndication I saw it.
Listeners from wherever you're from, what was cable television like for you? So Pete and Ryan just referenced when we were growing up, we had these wood grain boxes with an orange light and a slider box. And then we also had an A and a B option.
A-B switch, yeah.
So I'm just curious, let us know what it was like when you first got cable television. Was there a slider box? Was there an A and a B option? I've learned from some people who are not from Wisconsin they have no idea what A or B means.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Okay.
interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
So let us
Yeah.
know what your cable viewing
So,
experience was like.
Let me ask you, dig deep in the reservoir. What was MTV?
25B.
That's right.
25B.
USA was 21B.
21B, baby.
VH1 10B.
10B. Yep.
HBO
2B.
2B.
Didn't have that one.
Neither
but-
did we. I was trying
Yeah.
to scramble it late at night
Yeah.
and see some movies.
Mhm.
Anybody else? Hello?
Yeah.
Any other Airwolf memories from you fellas?
No.
No, not really. I mean, it was just they did missions or something
Right.
in this helicopter, and
I looked up Borgnine. Totally. I mean, that's a very familiar face.
A lot of stuff that probably predates us, right? Probably 40s, 50s, 60s kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
and like if you look at this face of him
big,
from
big
the
crazy gap in his teeth though. Was like
Yeah. And he was the mechanic, right, in the show, I think. So,
no,
or-
I think he was a pilot.
Oh, was he? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's about time where Pete is going to share some information with us. Pete, prior to this, didn't have very many memories, but Conky and Pete have a symbiotic relationship. And once the song is announced, Conky beams information into Pete's brain. Pete goes cross-eyed, wets his pants, wakes up, comes to, eats a bag of Cheetos, and he is ready to talk about Airwolf.
Yeah, I'm ready. So it's an action show, obviously surrounding a prototype supersonic helicopter with stealth capabilities
Yeah.
and a big arsenal. Yeah, so it
Some
had
Cold War kind of stuff.
It
This
had
is-
some skill. Yes, exactly. So it was designed by this kind of evil guy who, during a test run, he steals it and heads off to Libya. Like this is like this plot line just
Totally Cold War stuff, yeah.
The backstory gets so crazy. And he does some work for like Gaddafi in exchange
Sure.
for refuge there.
Sure.
Sounds legit.
Yep.
It was being developed by the CIA, but like a department of the CIA that they called the Firm. Yeah, it's all ridiculous. But so Hawk and Santini.
Hawk, yeah.
Santini is Borgnine.
Yeah.
They go to Libya and
Track down this copter.
track down the copter and steal it back.
Yeah.
But they do not return it to the Firm. They hide it in a big natural cave.
This damn cave or something, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like inside of a mountain,
Caves.
giant natural
Yeah.
cave. And they refuse to return it until the Firm can recover Hawk's brother, who's missing in action in Vietnam. Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, we're in Nam?
ransom.
Well,
So-
that's
Yeah.
this is the
Yeah.
80s, but
Yep.
they're still MIA.
So they're in Libya and Nam over the course of the show.
it's
I like the tie-in here. I like
Yeah.
this. I remember
it's
that.
got
now.
like Magnum PI and Knight
Yeah,
Rider kind of tie-ins,
interesting.
and so the CIA, they have this contact at the CIA called Archangel, who that's his code name.
That's not his given name.
He was
Archangel Johnson.
not. Yep. They kind of let him keep the helicopter as long as they like do missions for the CIA.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
so that's like first season, very dark Cold War espionage kind of stuff.
Yep.
Seasons 2 and 3, they introduced like a regular female character and less focused on the dark and moody kind of stuff. It still didn't help the ratings enough. Now Hawk is played by
Jean Michael or something? Is it? What is it?
Jean-Michael Vincent.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, he apparently had an alcohol problem.
Oh,
The actor or the character?
The actor.
Oh boy.
So the ratings weren't doing great, and their main character was an alcoholic. So things just weren't going great, and so CBS canceled it after season 3.
okay. So 3 seasons on network TV.
Yep. So it had 55 episodes on CBS from 84 to 86, and then it went on to USA for 24 episodes in 1987.
Okay.
The
Good
US
call on the USA.
Yeah.
The USA was a bit of a they were just grasping at straws at that point. They whole new cast.
Are you
What?
kidding me?
Borgnine's gone?
Borgnine's gone.
What?
They use a stunt double in the first season of season 4 to kill him off.
What?
Jean-Michael Vizens?
Yeah, the alcoholic
Gone?
is
Jean-Michael
in,
Vizens.
he's in the very first episode to kind of hand off the baton or like give the transfer to the new cast some credence, and they used stock footage or footage from earlier episodes for all like the flight scenes in season 4.
word.
Yeah, it was done. Yeah, it was done on the cheap. And I'm curious, like, did that plan work? Did they actually still, like, did they make money on it? Was it enough or whatever? But
So how many episodes total when you include the USA one? Like 60?
55 on CBS and 24 on USA.
Okay, so
78.
Yeah.
80.
About 80 episodes.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's the show.
Wow. I'm shocked by that. I don't remember seeing the show without, John Michael Montgomery or whatever the hell his name is, and Ernest Borgnine.
Yeah, and I think it was just kind of
John Michael Montgomery.
I don't know if it's Jan or John or Jan.
Jan,
Or
Michael Vincent.
Jan Michael Vincent. But so yeah, that season 4 is kind of a joke. It sounds like.
And you mentioned USA. You must have you'd seen a few of those on USA as well.
That's all I remember watching it on is USA, and so they must have.
But so if it went into syndication, they could have maybe also had the reruns of the earlier ones.
I don't remember any of these puppet characters on there. I mean,
yeah.
And I loved USA. That was a great channel.
Absolutely.
And I think seasons 1 through 3, like, this helicopter, you had to be very skilled, like, like 3 people on the whole show were capable of like flying this
for
thing.
sure.
Season 4, it was like the whole new cast. Everybody's just
Didn't
taking
matter.
turns. They're all
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you got Yasmin Bleeth flying
she's
that
flying that
helicopter
thing. She
in
didn't
a
give a
red
shit.
in a red swimsuit with her red dong.
Yep. So the song, the theme song, was composed and conducted by a guy named Sylvester LeVay. Originally, it was an orchestral for the first season, but it shifted to a more synth-based song in season 2.
I wonder what we're gonna get.
Yeah, I don't know. I actually don't know. I think we have synth-based. Sylvester actually won a Grammy for the 1975 song "Fly Robin Fly." He did not write the lyrics, but he did write the music.
Tell us more about this.
Fly, Robin, fly. Nothing.
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 Is
Drawing blanks.
Sylvester LeVay.
Yeah. Yeah. But some of the other movies he worked on or composed music for included Flashdance as a collaboration with Giorgio Moroder, Cobra, which I believe was a Sylvester
Yes,
Stallone.
it was.
Mannequin.
Oh, that's a great movie.
Mannequin.
Now Andrew McCarthy.
Yeah.
Hot Shots.
Kim Cattrall.
Oh man, Hot Shots and Hot Shots Part 2.
Hot Shots Part 2 was not mentioned in his.
Okay, Mannequin. I had mentioned before that we didn't have HBO or anything, and I think we've talked about this on the show before. But Pete, you remember when the cable channels had the free preview weeks once a year? Like HBO, you'd get a week of free HBO because they wanted to rope you in.
Yes.
And I remember on the HBO preview weeks, we'd go to the local Walgreens and buy a bunch of VHS tapes and record every movie.
Heck yeah.
And VHS people, do you remember there was SP, LP, and SLP? There's like 3 different ways you could tape a show. Either a VHS tape could be 2 hours, 4 hours, or 6 hours.
Yes. Yep. But it like quality degraded.
Quality
right?
degraded.
Yeah.
So we always went on the cheap to get as much as we could, and we recorded Mannequin. And
Mannequin was good. Fly, Robin, Fly.
You got it?
I got it.
All right, let's hear it.
Let's see what this is.
This is by Anton LaVey. Oh, wait, no, that's the head of the Church of
Silver
Satan.
Convention
Sylvester
is
LaVey.
singing Fly, Robin, Fly.
Yeah, but the it was composed by Sylvester LeVay.
LaVey.
Well, we'll see what we get here.
All right.
It's a disco song.
Yep.
He did not take credit though for the lyrics, which seemed to be "Fly, Robin, and Fly."
I think it's Fly, Robin, Fly.
Fly, Robin, fly.
Yeah, can we get a lyric breakdown?
Hey, you're off the hook this week, I believe, for lyrics. Do we got an instrumental on our
Is
hands?
this an instrumental?
I do believe it might be an
Oh,
instrument.
look,
And
if
no
you want
no
one.
voiceover either. Not like the Next Generation where somebody's telling you, you know,
Space, the final frontier.
helicopters.
Any other points of interest on ye old Airwolf?
No, I got nothing. I'm ready to dive into this thing.
Yeah.
Me too. This Terrapin beer is hitting the spot,
Oh
boys.
gosh, it's delicious.
What a great beer.
I mean, if that ever sounded like a Cold War helicopter, that's right there.
So we get the sound of the chopper,
Yep.
and we also get a.
And I feel like we're gonna get some synth stuff. It sounds
We're
like
definitely in the synth. This is not the
It
orchestral
sounds
version.
like Rocky 4 to me. It sounds like.
Do you feel like helicopters were much more the rage in the 80s? I feel like
As
they were
opposed to
just like I feel like they were around in TV theme songs a lot more.
Well, so this is in the vein of A-Team.
Yes,
You know,
good point.
Knight Rider.
Yep.
You know, so like there's helicopters about.
Are there action shows like this anymore? Listeners.
Jeez,
Good
you're asking the
question.
wrong people.
Yes,
what
we-
am I?
Right.
I'm not flipping my channel box past USA to see what's on a random Saturday night.
Listeners, are there shows like Knight Rider, A-Team, Airwolf, etc. anymore? If so, let us know. I'm genuinely curious.
I agree. I have no
All right,
idea.
so we've got a bit of a synth, and we got the.
Yep. Set in the mood.
Cool.
Oh yeah. I mean, this is Ivan Drago getting ready to warm up in Rocky 4, and he's getting his
Yeah.
training period in.
This is perfect. It's pumping me up.
There's a lot of stuff running through my head right now. Rick Wakeman solo work in the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
If
Yes,
you're not
also.
familiar, Rick Wakeman was the keyboard player for the band Yes, and he recorded like 9 million solo albums. It's got that
Some
vibe.
wacky stuff. Yeah,
Yes,
right.
this is his. He had an album called 1984. It sounds like it could fit right on there.
Yep.
Yeah.
believe
Rocky 4 is a great reference.
Yeah, just right in that time period, right? Like 1984, 5 kind of like sound.
It's montage music.
Oh,
Montage
yeah,
music.
totally.
Yeah, well put.
I'm picturing a montage of like Conky giving somebody a tattoo out back, us in our matching shirts, anonymous statistician crunching numbers for the show.
It's
All the hard work that goes into the Super 80s.
damn beautiful, I tell you. Damn beautiful.
Our wives looking at their watches. Where are those guys? But we're like running through a tunnel to come save the day as podcasters.
Yeah, no, that's accurate.
Yeah.
I like that melody.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember Robert Falco?
No.
He wrote Rock Me Amadeus.
Was
Okay.
his first name was Robert? I thought he was just Falco.
I think his first name is Robert. I'll
Okay.
check.
Okay.
Maybe his artist name was Falco. I think you're right.
Falcao,
Yeah.
but it's got his vibe as
Not
well.
CAO. I think it was just CO. Was he German?
I think it's CAO. I think he was Dutch.
Okay.
No, Danish, because I think he's from the same country as
Legos?
death metal artist King Diamond. who
King
I'm a bit of a
Diamond.
fan of. Robert Falco played keyboards on Them and Conspiracy,
Oh.
but it's got that Amadeus type of
Yeah.
like there's
Again,
kind of
same time period, right? Like
and there's
yeah.
an eerie quality to it, but it's
Very
also
much so.
catchy.
Yeah. Yeah. It like
Robert Falco was a French judge at the Nuremberg trials.
That's the wrong Robert Falco.
Yeah, I don't think his first name was
you
Robert.
know what you know what the other kind of montage it sounds like? It sounds like a video game montage, like in Mike Tyson's Punch Out when, when Little Mac is running.
Little Mac is running. I mean, obviously the sound
That's
quality.
actually that's a really really good one.
that would be a.
It says-
if we converted this to 8-bit and yeah.
Correct.
Hold on, I've got some info. Falco, you're right. His name is Johann Holzel, and he's German.
Are you
And
sure-
I might be wrong about the King Diamond part as well.
You sure he's not? You sure he's not Dutch?
Der Kommissar is also Falco.
Yeah, it is. Don't turn around.
Hold on.
Oh. The
Hold on
commissar's
one
in
sec.
town. Okay, I'm gonna play. Hold on. John is.
He's going to the record collection because he's trying to either convince
Our recording
himself-
studio has stacks of vinyl to help with our research
Yes.
and fact checking.
Robert Falco, who plays keyboards with King Diamond, is not the same Falco as.
Oh, you thought it was the same
I
person?
just assumed.
So there's a Robert Falco in King Diamond. That is not. Yeah.
Okay. Well, there.
Pretty sure that's not the same guy. Or he
Did
he was just like so embarrassed of one project to the other.
Correct.
He never.
It's hilarious that you know that. By the way.
If there's one thing you guys know about me is I'm
Yeah.
kind of a I have a nerdy memory for useless data.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good job. You were wrong, but good job. I remember this.
That Mike Tyson reference might be just what we. That's
Video game, yeah.
If you just made this an 8-bit, like that same melody.
yes. He's riding his bike.
I want to run and ride my bike to this.
We get a key change, and I'm
Correct.
always a sucker for that, right?
Yep.
We go up probably 2 steps.
Yep.
Yeah,
And it was
it's-
high right there.
If you've ever wondered why at the end of Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi you really want to sing it more, it's because they bring it up like 3 steps.
Correct. Even
And-
if John can't sing it that high anymore, they bring it up.
Yeah.
And that's just what happened here.
Yeah.
Mannheim Steamroller.
I was just going to say that too. Totally. Same thing, right?
Yeah,
Wow.
this is Christmas music at my mother-in-law's.
I'm sorry.
Will you listen to the new Mannheim Steamroller?
That Trans-Siberian band's a little too heavy. Mannheim keeps it a little more subtle.
Mannheim.
That Robert Falco does great Christmas music and King Diamond records.
Ouch.
I'm driving through the holiday lights.
Yeah. The other thing that comes to mind, again, I think last week I brought this up, but Revenge of the Nerds, when they do the
It's
end.
a great reference, too. Absolutely.
It's all the same instrument,
We're
really.
lambda, 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 and
Yeah.
omega mu. And we come here on stage tonight to do our show for you. We got Poindexter.
Yes.
Adams College.
They in Ohio?
No idea.
All right. Let's keep it rolling.
What you want? Why you here? It says there's a house for rent. No, for rent. Fuck off.
Is it weird? Is it weird? Is it weird that I'm not even making this up. I swear to God, when I was driving to work yesterday, I saw a guy that looked exactly like Booger. He looked exactly like he looked exactly like Booger. Like I almost slowed down my car to thinking it was Booger.
Did he have a shirt that said high stress or who farted?
No, but he had poofy hair. He was getting into his car, and I like slowed down. He was smoking a cig, just like Booger would be smoking a cig. It was crazy.
And I wouldn't have, if I saw that guy, I wouldn't have said Booger. I'd be like, that's Charles Dumar.
Yes, he has the first movie. I think it says "high on stress" on his shirt,
Okay.
and this Revenge of the Nerds 2, it says "who farted," and Pete knows that's.
John has that shirt.
Yep, and we
Yep.
get together for a little summer trip, and I wear the "who farted" shirt every year to kick
you go.
off.
Yeah.
the-
And we
the
never know. We
festivities.
never find out who farted.
Who farted?
Somebody definitely does.
Yes.
Just never know who.
Man, this is.
I mean, yeah.
I'm enjoying the song, but there's not much to talk about because it really just keeps going the same.
And does the song seem like unreasonably long?
It does at this point, yes.
Yes.
How long is it? About 6 minutes?
It's about, it feels like it. It's
Minute
about a
and
minute.
Yeah.
So hopefully we're almost,
It's still going.
I will throw that we've got a little bridge thing going
yeah,
on here.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, beautiful synthesizer work.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Beautiful synthesizer is what he said.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
We way back on episode 2 or 3, we mentioned George Martin, the Beatles producer, said if you're going to write a bridge, it should be as good or better than the rest of the song. This person did not read
By that
memo.
standard, I think it falls short. I agree. It's keeping that beat, though.
I mean, this is really
Pulsating.
Yeah,
Just
it's very
going.
pulsating. It keeps the intensity, right? I mean, it's an intense show. We're looking for this brother.
Yep. They're doing all kinds of things. Saving the world, mostly.
Yeah.
Fade
And you get a
out.
fade on that?
Yep.
Wow.
Fade,
That I'm surprised at. I thought we were going to get a cold ending.
fade out. Yep.
I thought we were really going to get a cold.
would have made more sense.
Yeah.
Airwolf.
Airwolf.
We gonna watch this thing?
Yeah.
You're
So
gonna watch it.
we just we had a full listen through. What was the overall time on that song?
Oh, it was like 120.
Okay.
It was long.
25 felt like about 5 minutes.
It did.
Now, if you're new to the show, we are going to watch as we listen to Airwolf.
So you're seeing the helicopter rising up
Yeah.
out of this cave.
It's the same intro as MASH. MASH starts the same way.
That's true.
You guys, I've mentioned to you guys that I had a Sega Master System in middle school instead of a Nintendo.
Okay.
And there was a game, I'm looking it up right now, with a helicopter.
It's a. I mean, that's a.
There
it
were
looks-
Airwolf video games. They
It
did
wasn't
exist.
Airwolf, though. It was Thunder something.
No.
Thunderblade.
Oh.
Do you guys remember Thunderblade?
No.
No.
Oh,
Pete,
look at
do you-
For the Sega system?
Sega Master System. It was a helicopter game, and this is reminding me of Thunderblade. I had that for my
Okay, no, I
Sega
didn't.
Master System.
I'm not a military historian guy, but this looks like a Russian style helicopter to me.
It's a modified Bell. I believe they're a popular helicopter manufacturer.
And the reason I say that is because I'm thinking of Rambo 3 when they're in Afghanistan and the Russians, right, who are aiding the Afghanis at that point, are coming after Rambo, who's trying to rescue Colonel what's his face?
Mustard.
Colonel Mustard.
Colonel Mustard, Colonel Shrapnel, Colonel whatever.
Kurtz.
But
Airwolf is the helicopter used in the show was a cosmetically modified Bell
Bell.
222.
Okay. But this is it's a very similar looking, at least to me, model that they had in Rambo 3, where the Russians are coming after them and they're shooting.
I want to say Sikorsky is the Russian brand of helicopter, but I could be wrong on that.
Yeah, that's way above my pay grade. But anyways, that's all I got.
This has been Helicopter Talk with Pete and Ryan. Some serious digital stuff going. Oh,
Yeah, it's like a
Lot.
hacker movie.
Yep.
Like there's just like
Correct.
screen flashes going on in the background. Blueprints.
yes, blueprints,
Code.
computery looking stuff.
They're showing you all the things that you have to be looking at if you're navigating
A lot of
this
buttons.
prototype. Serious business.
Not just anyone can fly this helicopter.
Only Ernest Borgnine.
Yep. And the drunk guy.
It's John Michael Montgomery.
John Michael Montgomery. So we got to talk about how the
Jean-Michael
the
Vincent.
title comes on the screen.
John Michael Dijon Mustard Montgomery.
Vincent.
So the Airwolf comes in. This is a little bit, it's a grid, right? Background.
Very computery grid.
And it came in twisted and spun itself, right?
Yes.
Oh.
And what would you call that font? I don't really know. I mean, it's all connected.
Maybe it looks like a font that a sneaker brand would have in the 80s.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Puma, New Balance, Asics.
Yeah.
It's in
It's-
red.
Yeah, it's definitely a unique intro to the title, I would say, from what we've done 28 times before this.
Yeah, they're not showing the Airwolf house that they all live in.
But we're going to see it. I think they got a show coming out at some point. Oh, God.
So like Pete mentioned, they're just like flashing through schematics and blueprints, but it's all of the digital age. So it's very picture like a 1985 IBM computer.
Right.
It's that type of style, like monochromatic.
But probably moving faster than any computer in 1985 could have.
True.
Yeah, it's boogieing, and there's a shot of the helicopter flying through the air, but it's mainly this computer stuff.
It
Although-
reminds me of, do you remember the movie A Beautiful Mind, Russell Crowe?
Never saw it, but
A good movie. A guy who's got a genius who's kind of gone crazy, professor, and he has all these things in his head, and it's just same thing. All these things just flashing in his head. Same deal.
now we're seeing explosions.
Yep. Some shootings, explosions.
That's what drew little Pete in.
Yeah. Oh. Are they also hired to like help fertilize crops?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
Could be nerve gas.
Oh,
probably
that's
dropping bombs.
That's probably organic fertilizer for the kale crops of Northern California.
Yep.
Oh, that's not a kale crop.
One thing I want to mention here, we haven't seen one damn actor or
No
actress
humans.
yet. Not even a name. We haven't.
We're 30 minutes into this intro, and there's still not one
Star
human.
of the show is the helicopter. Just accept it.
We saw the pilot in a full frontal mask, not a peep of who that could be, right? Nothing. It's hilarious.
Eyes on the prize. More schematics.
Oh, there he is.
Is that Jean-Michael Montgomery?
Yeah, that's him.
John Michael Vincent.
Jean-Michael Vincent.
He's got
and
the
his sunglasses.
aviators on.
Yeah, because he's got bloodshot eyes.
He's an aviator and he's got bloodshot eyes.
Bloodshot eyes, yeah.
Oh, he's making out with Demi Moore, maybe?
There you go. Look at this.
Oh.
Sunburst.
There's,
What are
there's
these
an
options?
option to tell you when your guitar finished.
Yeah.
This is at the Gibson
Or
factory.
his cropping. Sunburst.
Yeah.
Yeah, alfalfa.
It's showing illuminated buttons with words that we have no idea what they mean.
Correct.
What if they color your guitar or what they do on this helicopter?
Chaff. Chafe.
It's not wheat and chaff. It's chafe. That's like is it like metal? It's like a foil kind of cloud that comes out of the back that breaks up heat seeking or
it's
or
like
radar.
it's meant
I can't remember.
to throw off the radar or something of missiles or of radar tracking.
What the hell are you guys talking about?
Anybody can correct us.
Jean-Michael Vincent.
Montgomery.
Did you see the cello he was playing?
Yeah, why was he playing a cello? Like, is he in a
On the
canoe?
exactly, on the seaside. He's like either on a dock or he's in a canoe playing it was like a stand-up bass or a cello.
So they spend the first 30 seconds not showing a single person. Then they put the main character in a canoe with a cello.
Do you think he threw that in the copter every time? He was like, I can't leave without the cello.
Pete and I once canoed around a darkened lake with an acoustic guitar in a canoe.
Nobody died, but we could have.
We pulled it off. I did break a bunch of strings on the way up the steps.
We've done that more than once, too.
Yeah, that's true.
Also. Just bad idea.
Remember that sound when all the strings broke?
Yes, it was beautiful.
Plunk. Yeah.
There's Borgnine.
There's Ernie. Boy, he looks old in that big old helmet.
And when you
He
say
looks out
helmet,
of
you're
place.
referring to his giant head.
He does. Yeah, he looks a little scared
He had to
actually.
have a custom-built helmet for sure.
Hold on. Was that Charles Bronson?
Was he wearing
with a patch?
No, it's not Charles Bronson.
Sure as hell looks like him. I'll tell you that much.
That's Charles Bronson.
I think that's Chuck Bronson right there.
And why has he got a patch?
Yeah, what happened to him?
I believe that is deputy director of the CIA division of the
Was
firm.
it a game of darts or something?
I think that's Archangel.
Oh, Archangel, otherwise known as Chuck
yes.
Bronson.
Yes. Archangel Johnson.
Alex Cord is the actor.
Whoa. Okay.
Hold on.
I'm in.
So we got a lady
Is that
in
a-
silhouette dancing.
Is that a professional dancer?
She looks like, what's that show from the 80s? Flashdance?
Flashdance.
Flashdance. She looks like the Flashdance. What a feeling.
Man.
Yeah, well, and Sylvester LeVay did compose music for the movie Flashdance.
No
so.
kidding.
What is she doing here?
I don't know.
We're going
I
to find out real
I
damn
cannot
quick.
tell you
that.
what she possibly has to do
Welcome to
with this
the
plot,
podcast, dancer.
besides for drawing in viewers.
Borgnine.
Wait a second. We get literally like 2 seconds of a silhouetted dancing lady, and then it just runs to Borgnine, who's
He's shuffling.
who's-
He's got his dinner pail in his hand. What you got for lunch in there, Ernest?
who's running like the 3 o'clock bell at the factory.
He's shuffling.
Just whistled off like Fred Flintstone. He's getting the hell out of Dodge.
Like his little dinner pail. You finish your sandwich?
Got some Braunschweiger.
What's his hat all about?
I don't know, but I like it. It's
Is
a
that,
red
is
hat.
that hypercolor? If you breathe on it, does it turn yellow?
It looks satin almost. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
And he's got a members only jacket.
We do have satin hats available on our website if you want to buy one. And Borgnine's great. Oh, is that the lady who is
We
dancing?
got a lady.
Like I said, in first season was pretty dark. they decide to they need to introduce a lady character, soften the
Alvin.
show up a little bit,
Lady Pilot.
So,
broaden the appeal, maybe throw a dancer in the
like Alvin and the Chipmunks,
Right?
started out dark, brought in the Chipettes.
Yep,
Lighten it up.
This is the Alvin and the Chipmunks of action shows.
it's exactly like that.
More schematics. Is that an ATT or ATAT, Captain?
Exactly. Look that way. Who knows?
Oh, the helmet, yeah.
Yeah.
Or TIE Fighter.
Yeah, TIE Fighter.
I mean, I don't think this is part of the...
Yeah, this might just be some weird editing from
Yeah.
YouTube.
Sure as hell looks like Chuck Bronson to me, though.
It's not.
It's definitely not. But
That's it?
That is Archangel. Yep.
All right. Well,
Wow.
there you have it, folks. Airwolf.
wow. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm really...
Yeah. Well,
Well,
I mean, are we
These
ready to?
instrumentals always
Are we
throw
ready
you
to
off
dive
a
into
little
it
bit.
then?
yeah, we are in the sweet spot, so it's a perfect time. If you're new to the show, we vote on these songs. They either end up on our wall of fame or our wall of shame. It takes 2 votes either way. Thumbs up, thumbs down. I'll be back. You're in big trouble, mister. Yada, yada, yada.
If you're new to the show and you started on episode 29, that's really weird.
Well, there's got to be, I bet, one Airwolf fan.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're not weird.
If you are
We
the
love you,
one
and we're
Airwolf
happy
fan
to
who's
have you.
still listening,
God bless you.
yeah,
Thank you.
that's
You
amazing.
haven't been
We
pissed off by our ignorance and misinformation.
Ernest Borgnine, we got that right.
Yep.
Jean-Michael
Harp's Lake.
Montgomery, Mr. Great Poupon.
All right. Ryan, what you say?
I'm very conflicted, but I'm going to give it an Arnold, and I can't tell you why. Other than I'm going to give it a thumbs up because despite my reservations, I feel like I kind of liked. It kind of kept moving, even though it seemed really long. So,
Yeah.
Does that make any sense? Probably not, but thumbs up.
I'll be back.
And I have to. I'm a kind of a sucker for a lot of synth music, and I feel like if I was out for a run, this would pump me up. If I was, armoring up myself in some kind of montage sequence to go do some damage, boom, it's right there.
I'll be back.
I feel like I'm in some fucking parallel universe here. This is insane. This is Rick Wakeman on a bad night, and I love Rick Wakeman. This is horrible. It's the music you would play to somebody if you wanted to drive them insane.
Oh, interesting.
That is.
I have to keep that in mind. Put that in my back pocket.
No, this is horrible. This is terrible. Big old thumbs down.
We're working on it.
You're in big trouble, mister.
However, my vote does not matter because
Correct.
if you're familiar with the show, majority rules. So Airwolf has made our wall of fame.
I'm shocked, but
Yep.
pleasantly surprised.
I'm looking forward to some retractions in the next week or two.
Don't get your hopes up.
Airwolf. You guys do have a little bit of history with it, so I'm assuming that might, much like me with Love Connection,
Yeah, I think that helps.
it does help.
It did seem for a 1-minute song incredibly long.
Yeah,
I
I feel like
agree
we've
with
been
that.
in this basement for a couple of weeks at this point.
Yeah.
But
I'm not complaining.
No,
We got our matching shirts on.
it's fun.
Conky's cooking dinner.
Ernie Borgnine.
Ernie Borgnine.
Ernie Borgnine.
Yeah.
Hey, we're giving free Ernest Borgnine tattoos.
There you go.
If you want one, come on over.
You got it.
Meet you at the Hardee's. Until then, thanks for tuning into the Super 80s podcast, friend. I'm John.
I'm Ryan.
And I'm Peter.
Hey, the towels happen to be hers and his. See you next week.